What's up, it's Chris Heria and welcome to another vlog. Today we're in my kitchen because I'm going to be showing you exactly what I'm doing and eating to get shredded this summer. Now regardless whether we're in summer, winter, spring, or fall, my nutrition and macros generally stay the same. But today I want to go even more in depth into exactly what I'm doing, what I'm eating, when I'm eating it, and how much of it I'm eating. Now of course, everybody has different genetics and everyone's coming from different points of their fitness journey. So this is definitely not going to be a one-size-fits-all routine, but by the end of the video, you're going to know exactly what's working for me. Everyone does it differently. Some people like to bulk up and gain a lot of weight, not caring about water retention or excess fat because they just like the bigger look. They're trying to gain more body mass. But if you're trying to dial in and get shredded and build lean muscle over time, then a lot of the things that I'm going to be showing you today in my routine are going to be very helpful for you and things that you're going to want to apply to reach your goals. Now there's a lot of people out there talking about or even telling you how to build lean muscle or get shredded without ever putting in the work or experiencing being shredded themselves. As for me, you don't have to just take my word for it. I've been shredded all year round for the past 10 years with nothing but hard work, good programming, and the right nutrition. And from my experience, I've always gotten the most success following and listening to the people that have actually done it before. And now with summer right around the corner, it's the perfect time to really dial in and start getting your nutrition on point. A lot of times people train really hard, but they still don't see the progress they want because they're only focusing on one aspect of the equation, which is training. When in fact, you should be focusing just as much on your nutrition as well as your recovery. And when you're dominating all three aspects, that's when you're really gonna see some significant results. Now there's many reasons why anyone might want to be leaner, from the health benefits of fighting diabetes and obesity to helping to protect from illness and disease, performing better in a sport or physical activity. Now I personally like to stay shredded year round, but getting even leaner after putting on some muscle, increasing my relative strength and improving me as an athlete overall, which is why I never excessively bulk or put on too much weight, as that would hinder my calisthenics skills, performance, and progress, which is why I stay shredded year round. I just add lean muscle mass over time, gradually increasing my weight. And the bottom line is, yes, we're trying to be strong, but we're definitely trying to be healthy, and putting on too much weight too fast, especially if you're a beginner, is definitely not healthy for you. So at the end of the day, your goal shouldn't be a number on the scale. It should be how you look, how you feel, how you perform, and how healthy you are. Now regardless of whether I'm trying to lean out or put on size, one thing that never changes for me is a high intake of protein. Not only does a high protein diet promote fat loss and help suppress hunger, reducing overindulging in fats, carbs, and calories, but it helps sustain muscle and promotes muscle growth even while being in a caloric deficit, meaning that you're intaking less calories than you're burning is also going to help you stay shredded as well. And that actually brings us to the first topic that I'll be covering about my nutrition, my source of protein. Now starting off with how much protein I eat per day, that's going to be about 1 gram of protein for 1 pound of body weight. So if I weigh 177 pounds, I'm going to be eating 177 grams of protein per day. Now my protein throughout the day can be accumulated from many sources, but my main source of protein is always going to be one of these. Starting off with our first protein source, we have haddock. This is a lean white fish, great source of protein. So this is 6 ounces right here. This is gonna be 50 grams of protein, 1 gram of fat, and 0 grams of carbs. And in total, around 230 calories. Moving on to my next protein source, I love salmon. Now in 8 ounces of salmon, that's gonna be about 45 grams of protein, 0 grams of carbs, 29 grams of fat, totaling in 472 grams of calories. Now salmon does have more fat than other lean proteins, so you do wanna take that into consideration. But if you put these two side by side, you're gonna be able to see what 6 ounces and 8 ounces look like together with similar amounts of protein, but totally different calories and fat. But don't be scared of the fat that's in this protein because you definitely need a good source of good fats in your nutrition, which we'll be going over in just a moment. Now going over my next source of protein, that's gonna be lean chicken breast. This is about 10 ounces of chicken. So this is gonna be about 87 grams of protein for chicken breast, 0 grams of carbs, around 10 grams of fat, and around 468 calories. Another great source of protein is gonna be eggs, also a great source of fat as well. Eggs are a great source of protein depending on what size you're getting. They're roughly about 7 grams of protein each egg, 0 carbs, 5 grams of fat, and only 80 calories each. And lastly, an additional source of protein for me is gonna be a protein shake. This one has 20 grams of protein, 0 grams of sugar, 7 grams of carbs, 1 gram of fat, and only 100 calories. Now you'll see that all these protein sources vary in calories, protein, fats, and carbs, and I use all of them strategically to reach my goals, combined with whether I'm eating 2 or 3 meals in a day with snacking in between. Now we'll be moving on to our healthy fats. Now when it comes to fats, I never eliminate them completely, as fat plays a major role in hormone production, which directly affects muscle growth and strength. Eliminating fats completely can also be devastating to your immune system, reduce your body's ability to produce testosterone, and even cause weight gain. So I eat around 50 grams of fat per day. Could be more, could be less sometimes. And I like to get my healthy fats from foods like avocado, eggs, salmon, and nuts. Now this is 1 cup of avocado. This is gonna be about 21 grams of fat. As I said before, each egg is gonna be about 5 grams of fat. 8 ounces of salmon is gonna have about 29 grams of fat, and 1 serving size of almonds, which is 1 ounce, is gonna be about 12 grams of fat. Now let's move on to our carbs. Now as for carbs, I do eat a moderate amount of carbs, but I like to choose carbs that not only provide me with the energy to complete my workout, but also provide me with the most nutritional value. I also like to get my carbs from vegetables that have high nutritional value, like broccoli or spinach. Now some people may tell you that broccoli is not a carb, when it in fact definitely has carbs. It's a low carb option, which is great for shredding or leaning out. And not only that, but because it's low carb, you can eat way more of it, getting way more nutritional value, and it also helps suppress your hunger because you're eating way more food without going over on calories. Now to give you a visual example, this is 1 serving size of white rice. This is gonna be about 206 calories and 40 grams of carbs. And this is 1 serving size of broccoli, which is 1.5 cups, only 25 calories and 5 grams of carbs. So imagine, to get the same amount of carbs and calories, you're gonna need a whole lot of broccoli. But don't forget, that's not a bad thing. Eating a lot of broccoli is gonna come with a lot of nutritional value, like vitamins, minerals, iron, fibers, and so much more. Not to mention that broccoli also comes with 3 grams of protein per serving. Now moving down the list of good carbs that I like to eat, we have sweet potato. This is 133 grams of sweet potato, a perfect serving size. This is gonna be about 27 grams of carbs, 114 calories, 0 grams of fat, and around 2 grams of protein. Moving on to the next carb source, we have protein pasta. This is gonna be 38 grams of carbs, 190 calories, 1 gram of fat, and 10 grams of protein. So take a good look at that. This is what 1 serving size looks like. You wanna make sure that you're definitely not overdoing this if you're trying to get lean and shredded. Now moving on, another great carb source is quinoa. 1 serving size of quinoa is about 1/4 of a cup. That's gonna be 32 grams of protein, 170 calories, 1.5 grams of fat, and about 6 grams of protein. Now during the day, I also snack as well. That also helps me reach my carb intake. And when I'm snacking, I like to choose healthy snacks like fruits. For example, blueberries that are packed with antioxidants and nutritional value. A whole entire cup is 1 serving size. And in 1 cup, it's only 85 calories. That's another reason why blueberries are a superfood. Within this 1 cup of blueberries is gonna be 21 grams of carbs, 0.5 gram of fat, 15 grams of sugar, and 1 gram of protein. Now, I really don't get sugar from any other source, so the sugar that I do intake is gonna be coming from fruit. For example, apples also have a lot of great nutritional value, and in 1 apple, depending on the size, that can be around 34 grams of carbs, 0 grams of fat, 25 grams of sugar, 1 gram of protein, and 130 calories. Now, also when it comes to carbs, I like to do carb cycling. Some people like to do it with a carb day, a half carb day, and a no carb day, and just repeat the cycle. Most recently, I've just been doing it with a carb day and a half carb day and repeating that cycle. And on the days that I'm eating more carbs, I like to do heavier lifts. So that's gonna be my legs, back, or chest days. Whereas my low carb days, I'll do shoulders, arms, abs, or cardio. And even though I'm shredding, I'm still strength training to get stronger and to ensure that I don't lose muscle and strength. Now, if I want to be on a caloric deficit, I'm only going to be cutting my calories to about 125 to 150 calories per day, at most, if any, and I won't be cutting them any lower to ensure I'm satisfied and don't have that hungry, starving feeling, which will ensure I'm going to stay on track and be burning as much calories and fat throughout my cardio sessions and training. And now that we've covered everything about nutrition, let's move on and talk a bit about my training. Now, an important aspect to shredding for me is going to be cardio, and I get a lot of it throughout the week. Honestly, I do cardio at least 5 times a week with various different activities from skateboarding, boxing, Muay Thai, Peloton bike, running, sprint, 3-mile runs, or even do the high intensity interval training or cardio routines that I post on YouTube, or even better, the HIIT cardio routines that you'll find on the Harrier Pro app, where you'll also find the YouTube routines as well. A lot of people train and lift hard, but still aren't getting shredded and seeing the results that they want. And a big reason could be, of course, not having your nutrition on point, but also not doing cardio. And of course, one of the main reasons is because people find cardio super boring, but that's why I choose different activities and I have my friends join me so that we can have fun with it. Another thing that you're gonna wanna take into consideration if you wanna see real results is getting enough sleep and enough recovery. When you're sleeping, not only are you recovering and repairing your muscles, but you're building your muscles as well, so you don't wanna cut that short. It's also gonna allow you to train better for your next training session, giving you better and faster results. And lastly, if you really wanna get that shredded look, you're gonna need to train your abdominals just like any other muscle group that you'd want to grow. Nutrition alone and leaning out is not gonna give you a crazy shredded six-pack, just like it won't give you crazy ripped arms or big biceps. You're gonna need to train those muscle groups. So if you've heard before that that all you need is nutrition to get shredded or define six-pack abs, that is completely false, speaking from experience. You're still gonna need to train hard, and you're definitely still gonna need to train your abdominals. And if you're looking for the right routines that are gonna give you six-pack abs, you can check out all the videos I've posted on this YouTube channel, and you can find all the routines as well on the Harrier Pro app, and way more, including workout programs. They're gonna have you on your way to getting a shredded six-pack. And not just looking strong, actually being strong. And depending on your starting point, it may take a longer time or a shorter amount of time, but if you're consistent, you're definitely gonna get there. Remember, there's a big difference in people talking about it and people actually doing it. Make sure you're one of those people that aren't talking about it and you're actually being about it. And the six-pack ab routines that you're gonna find on the Harrier Pro app and on this YouTube channel are the same exact routines that I use to stay shredded year-round for the past couple years. And you don't have to take my word for it. You can go to those YouTube videos, look down in the comment section, and you're gonna read thousands of testimonials from real people that have done the routines, got shredded, and told their story about how it changed their lives. The proof is right there in the comment section. Go ahead and check it out. And that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. I hope you learned something, and I hope this video helps you get in the best shape of your life just in time for summer. If you have any more questions or you'd like to see me cover anything else in another video, then please definitely leave it down in the comment section below. I read all the comments. And if you really enjoyed the video or learned something, please smash the like button. We really appreciate it, and it helps YouTube recommend our videos to more people out there. And to show our appreciation, if you comment down below within 30 minutes of any upload, you always have a chance to win some free Harrier apparel. And don't forget, if you're trying to get shredded as fast as possible, then make sure you download the Harrier Pro app in the App Store or Google Play Store to take my workouts and programs with you everywhere. Programs I've designed with specific goals in mind, like building solid muscle while simultaneously getting shredded and burning fat with minimal to no equipment. And for more of my content, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Every single post I always do some type of giveaway, so if you want a chance to be a part of that, then make sure you're following me on IG. Also, one last announcement before I go, the Harrier summer collection is right about to drop in just a couple weeks. You can check out the current Harrier collection right now. A lot of pieces from the collection you've seen in previous videos, like the white track pants, black track pants, windbreaker jackets, workout shorts, and so much more. We've also restocked all our weight vests, and we're coming with brand new colors this summer as well. Iridescent, 3M reflective so that you can run in the middle of the night, and so much more. And with that said, I'll see you next Thursday, 2 p.m. USA Eastern Time. Mad love and peace out.